Hi, it is Monday, February 13th, 2017, and I find myself shooting another political video. It's like, oh my gosh, what happened now? Um, Apparently it was the Grammy Awards last night, Sunday night. I don't never watch the Grammys, the Emmys, the Gold Globes, any of that stuff. I'm not into it, especially the Grammys. That's music, and I'm not really an audiophile. I mean, I've got a small music collection. I got a few things on vinyl, cassette, and MP3. No CDs. Don't like it. And I'm really a cinephile. I'm into video. I have about 500 movies in high definition. I've got about 120 movies actually on Laserdisc. If you know what Laserdisc is, collector of Laserdisc. And so I'm not really into like music, and it pretty much, my musical taste pretty much got stunted about like 1994, 95. I pretty much quit, following any kind of new music, and music that I did, have liked in the past, or that I do like, is I like a lot of like 1950s, 60s, and 70s rock, 70s and 80s like metal, hair bands. Not really much into grunge alternative, although I did buy like STP and Nirvana CDs and whatnot back in the day. So apparently there's this woman named Joy Vila, and she showed up at the Grammys, and it's not her first time. She's worn some outlandish dresses too. In the past, she had this one that she wore last year that was like ultra revealing, and she had one like 2 years ago apparently that was made out of like orange plastic construction fencing. I'm like, okay, like, it's the Grammys. People wear all sorts of weird shit to it. It's part of the reason why I don't watch it. Then it's music, and I just don't care. And this woman wore basically like a big white robe to the Grammys. When she took the white robe off, she had this blue and white, super tight fitting gown, backless, and it says Trump, Make America Great Again. It's basically a Trump campaign dress, is exactly what you would categorize that. It looks like a Trump campaign sign, a giant one that somebody turned into a dress. And she is apparently a Trump supporter. And, I had no idea who this person is. She kind of does like this pop rock kind of music. And again, she's a young woman. She's like 25. She was born like right in the era in which I kind of actually just stopped following newer music. And she's catching a lot of shit for it. What she did was basically, first of all, she just went like that to the political left. And she did it essentially in their own house, and straight up to their face. She got booed, apparently, on stage while she was trying to introduce, some thug band or something. I don't know. I didn't watch it, so I'm just commentary and reading online. And I went and downloaded some of her music, bought it on Amazon. I had like a $12 Amazon gift card, electronically, and decided, you know what, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to spend this on. So I downloaded her music. It's actually pretty good. She's got a phenomenal voice. She really does. She's got this absolutely phenomenal voice. I think the last person I heard that's got a voice like hers is probably, to be honest with you, Whitney Houston. She's just, she doesn't quite, I think, have the range that Whitney has, especially on the highs. But that's not really her style of music anyway. Anyway, it's pretty good. And her Amazon sales exploded today. One of her albums was like 534,000th in sales. It was that far down. I mean, a bunch of her stuff was actually listed as unranked. One of her songs, which was listed unranked, as I do this video, is currently the #1 selling song on Amazon. Her album, which only has like 5 songs on it, it's only like $4.95 on Amazon. It's like the #1 digital album right now, currently in sales, on Amazon. She's beating like Beyonce Knowles. She's beating Lady Gaga. She's beating Bruno Mars. Of course, these are people I don't listen to. Although I do like Lady Gaga's Poker Face, so there's that. And so she's beating all these big country stars, big pop stars, big R&B stars, and she's smoking them right now. And it's because she went on stage with this Trump outfit on, and Republicans, Trump supporters, whatever, they're buying her album. I think it's great. I think it's wonderful. This is somebody that we should support. This is somebody that's in the entertainment industry that basically went on stage and took one for the team. She went on stage in front of essentially virtually 100% socialists, and basically went, I mean, she couldn't have hoisted a bigger middle finger if she had actually worn a dress shaped as a hand with a middle finger sticking out of it than wearing that Trump dress. And unfortunately now she's taking a bunch of shit for it, which I'm sure she, expected that. You can't just go to the political left and not expect them to take a swipe back at you. That's just how they operate. Because if you watch my last video, it's the 3 V's: vile, vicious, and vindictive. Probably the most disturbing thing I've seen, though, since all this, and I wanted to comment on it, is not so much the average terrible left-wing person, the 3V person, but the black people that are in that 3V category. Again, most black people are not in the 3V category. We covered that on my previous video about the 3V people versus like average Joe Bob Democrats. So if you haven't watched that video, go back and watch that. And basically she's being called a coon and a bedwench. Now, if you're watching this video and you're white or Hispanic or Asian, you probably have no idea what a coon or a bedwench is. Essentially, these are the nastiest terms that an African American can call another African American. It is far beyond the N-word when it comes to an insult. The term coon is used for a black person that entertains whites. And when I say a black person that entertains whites, I mean we're talking like a minstrel black back in like the Old South slavery days. They would be referred to as a coon, a black person that may, like, say, play the piano or sing or something like that for, his master or her master. All white audiences, big party at the plantation house. That's the term used for those people by the plantation slaves. They would call that person a coon. And entertaining for whites is considered or called cooning. And then bedwench. And bedwench is probably the most horrible thing you can call a black woman, is a bedwench. Because a bedwench is a black woman or slave that warms the bed of the male master. And I was watching a YouTube video earlier, and it was just so vile that even I couldn't stomach listening to this scumbag referring to her as a bedwench. And if you watch my previous video, you know that, listen, if you insult me, I just don't give a fuck. I don't care. Call me Nazi. I don't care. It makes no difference to me. But this young woman her name is Joy Vila, if you missed that earlier in the video. But first of all, she's not black. She's part black. She is literally, genetically, what America has been striving to achieve realistically, for the last 250 years. She is part Italian. Her dad is Italian American. Her mother is black and Choctaw Indian. These are three groups of people that have been, in the past, horrifically persecuted. Blacks, Native Americans, and if you're an Italian at one point in this country, it was like everyone was here, then here was like the Irish, and then like maybe like the Chinese, and then like you, if you were Italian, and then like Latinos and blacks, like in that order. As to social social hierarchy. So Italians were used at one time in this country were just dirt. I mean, it's just how they were treated. They were treated horrible. And this young woman is the personification of the American melting pot. You hear the American melting pot, America's a melting pot. And someone who's literally a melting pot. She really is the end result of it. She's part black, part Italian, and part Native American. And it just doesn't get any more melting pot. I mean, you'd have to try to mix like somebody Chinese or something in there to try to get somebody, you know, a little bit more racially diverse or ethnically diverse, however you want to say it, than this woman. And she's being vilified as a bedwench. And I'm like, I'm watching this and I'm just like, I can't believe these people do this. It blows my mind. I mean, the insults and stuff that they would throw out, you know, to somebody, that doesn't blow my mind. But it blows my mind that one person of color would try to treat another one this horrible over something as small as who this person supports as president of the United States. And I'm just like, wow. I think maybe for me, personally, I think it hits a little bit harder for me than maybe like the average Caucasian person, because at one time I loved a black woman. And it's just, you know, if somebody called her this, you know, back when we were dating, if they called her a bedwench because she was dating a white guy, you know, they can call me whatever he wants. They can call me cracker, they can call me honky, whatever. I don't care. Doesn't bother me. It's like, whatever, dude. I've been called worse by better quality people. But to call somebody like that for the person, you know, who they're dating, or in this case, who they support for president of the United States, it's just unconscionable. It really is. It's just unconscionable. Anyway, so the whole point of this video, and I've gone through this whole shablum about this poor woman, is buy her music. That's what I'm here to tell you. Buy her music. It's on Amazon. It's on iTunes. She's trending upwards towards number one on Amazon, or on iTunes right now. She's at number one on Amazon. It's ridiculous the number she's got on Amazon. Her one album is up, like she's got like this 5-song album. Just type in Joy space Villa. That's VILLA. Into Amazon, and then go to digital music, or go to digital music and then type in Joy Villa. It doesn't matter. You can find her anyway. You can go to like trends, and it should be like at the top. It's just ridiculous right now. Sales of her album up are, get this, 54 million %. 54 million % upward. That's how much her album has sold in the last day. It's just crazy. So if you haven't listened to this woman's music, you can actually jump on YouTube. Just type in Joy Space Villa. She's got a YouTube channel. I'll put it in my YouTube channel notes so you can find it. Her version of, or her cover of Freddie Mercury's "We Are the Champions" is just excellent. She's got a guy doing acoustic guitar with it. It's just excellent cover of "We Are the Champions," but she's got some original content too. I bought all of her stuff that she had that was original content. I spent like $10 on Amazon, so you're not looking at spending like a huge amount of money. About what you would spend on like a fast food meal, you could get most of her music. To be honest, if you know like iTunes or Amazon. So I just want to plug her music. Buy her. I want to see her get a Maserati this year. That'd be awesome. Nothing says to the left like buying a nice house and a Maserati with your money, with your support. Because this woman went on TV in public, in front of a bunch of scumbags, and took one for the team. She's a Trump supporter. She went on TV and she took one for the team. And she deserves every bit of support that she can get from other Trump supporters. I don't care if you've got like $3 left in your checking account and you don't get paid till Friday. You can eat some goddamn ramen noodles this week. Buy at least one song from this woman. Anyway, I'm out.